Hello guys, in this video I'm gonna go over how to graph linear equations using intercepts, and I'm gonna find the slope of the graph too. Okay, so before we do that we need to know what does intercepts mean. So we got two intercepts. One of them is x-intercept. That means the point is lying on x-axis, somewhere here, anywhere on the x-axis. So that's where the value of y is equal to 0. And then we got y-intercept is where the value of x is 0. That means the point is on the x-axis, on the y-axis. So the x-intercept point is on the x-axis and y is 0. And for the y-intercept, the point is on the y-axis. That means our graph intercepts the y-axis, and that's where the value of x is 0. Alright, and we're gonna use those intercepts to make a graph for the linear equation. Let's say we have equation which is 4x plus y is equal to 4. Let's find the x-intercept first. So we're gonna find the x-intercept. Okay, for x-intercept we need to plug in y is equal to 0 in equation number 1. This is our equation. Okay, so when we plug in y is equal to 0, we got 4x plus 0 is equal to 4. Okay, and then we got if we divide both sides by 4, this will give me x is equal to 1. Alright, so for that we got a point where x is 1 and y is 0. Alright, now let's do the y-intercept. Gonna write y-intercept. That means x is equal to 0. So we're gonna plug in x is equal to 0 in our equation number 1 over here. So 4 times x is 0 plus y is equal to 4. So 4 times 0 is 0. So therefore y is equal to 4. So that means our point is x is 0 and y is equal to 4. So now let's find these points on the coordinate plane over here. Okay, so let's find our first point, which is x is 1 and y is 0. Let's say this is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So x is 1, y is 0, so that is my first point. Okay, and then we got x is 0 and y is 4. So x is 0 here and y is 4. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So that's the point over there. So now we need to graph those points. Okay, so let's do that. So basically what we need to do, we need to join those points. So we got our points over here. So this one is x is 1 and y is 0, and this one is x is 0 and y is 4. So we're gonna join those 2 points, and that will give us our graph. Okay, so that is the line again, so linear equation. So we got a graph for our linear equation using the intercepts. Okay, now I want to go over one more term which we're going to use later on. It's called slope. Okay, I'm going to write it down over here, slope. So slope of this line. So this tells us how much slanted this line is. Okay, slope can be negative, it can be positive. Like in this case, as this is going downward, that means slope is going to be negative. If it's going upward, then it's positive. So basically slope, we write it like rise over run. Okay, so rise over run. So that basically tells us change in change in y value over change in x value. Okay, so change in y value and change in x value. Let's say you got 2 points. One is x1, sorry, x1, y1, and the other point is x2, y2. Then my slope is equal to change in y, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. All right, so we're gonna plug in those values of y, like how much change is there in the y, let's say going from here to here, how much y changes, and then divide it by how much change is there in x value, like comparing from here to here, how much change is there in x value. So in our case, let's say these are our points. Let's say this is my x1 and y1, these are my x2 and y2. So I'm gonna plug in those numbers over here, so that gives me slope is equal to, and we write slope with the letter m. Okay, so y2 is 4, as you see over here, 4 minus y1 is 0. Okay, divided by x2, which is 0, and x1, which is 1. So that gives me 4 over -1, which is basically equal to -4. Okay, so slope of this equation is -4. All right, so this basically tells us how much slanted this line is. Like slope is negative, that means this line is going downward. If it is positive, that tells me it's gonna go upward. It gets rises. Here it's going falling down. All right, so in this video we learned how we can graph a linear equation using intercepts, and we learn how to find a slope of a line. So I'm gonna make a next video, that's where we're gonna graph the linear equations using slope intercept form. Okay, so we're gonna write the linear equation in slope intercept form, and then we're gonna graph it. All right, that'll be in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Please share with your friends and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.